Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to 2 Point Campus. We are back here in 2 Point University, the final level of the base game, working on our 2 and 3 star objectives. We've done a really good job this time around of solidifying the campus. We've got a nice ground to build on, even though it's taken us a little bit longer than usual to complete that first set of objectives. We have a good A grade there on our campus, and we are improving our attractiveness rating as well, having put down a load of plants. 2 of 5 level 5 clubs, but we are working on that as well. If you can have a look over here at our nature club, it's almost at level 2. Power nap club is almost halfway through level 2. Boot club and speed walking club we already knew was pretty good, and orb club is at 2.5 almost as well. We have just hit our $60,000 monthly profit there, which is really good, and our average A grade is already on top as well. So our attractiveness rating is almost pushing 85, so as long as our janitors keep on top of stuff, I think we should be able to hit that, and then it's just a case of improving those clubs every single year, which we should do if we have more students. More students means more club sign-ups, and that means that more people are going to be improving the levels that we have in the clubs as well. Orb Club has been pretty useful for us, bringing in money, and there we have 85% attractiveness rating. We are pretty much slow growing this, actually, if I'm going to be honest. Normally, I've completed the 1-star objective by about year 2 or 3. It took us to midway through this year, or early on in this year, to get to that level 1-star objective being complete. So it's a little bit more of a slow burn here, and I suppose that kind of goes with the fact that we are building this from scratch and doing our own thing for the entire time here. So the next step I want to do, you can see I've created these little areas in here that are nice green spaces. I think they look really cool, and it's a nice way to break up the campus where you have these large buildings and lots of rooms and stuff. So I really like playing around with that at the moment as well. I can fit 1 extra room in here. Now, one thing I haven't done is put in any private tuitions, and that's probably because the student happiness is pretty good. So I've not actually needed to put in those extra rooms to boost their grades and stuff. Obviously, we could do it to improve like the income we get or how fast they level up because they'll be getting more experience, but it's not something that we've actually had to do lately. And we're at the end of the year, so let's see what awards we've won this year. The pass rate's really good. Academic excellence is a consistent one now for us. Queen of Clubs is also really good. Rising Staff, Teacher of the Year, Campus of the Year. Yeah, very good year for us. We're doing very well. We need another scientography teacher, so let's see what we've got. Rapid and Iron Bladder, that's a good one, so in you come. Coming into the new year, our medical office is getting busy, so we should put in a brand new one of those. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull this up here like I said I was, and then that'll allow us to fit in like a brand new like quad or something, so we can put a couple more kiosks and stuff outside that. The next thing is probably going to be to have a brand new course added into our campus. We are duplicating our medical and pastoral side of things as well, which is going to mean that we need more staff members to work in those. Student lounge party, let's kick that off. And I'm also going to want to be duplicating these areas too. So this year is very much going to be about improving the student experience now that we've kind of got all of that done. I will duplicate this library though. And it can just slot in there. So it still fits in pretty nicely. Obviously we've got a little corridor that we've created here. We're going to have a slimmer corridor going down there. And we need to start putting some more staff into these rooms as well. There's a little bit of space there. Is my other little custom dorm here? Yeah, it does, right. That goes all the way to the end, so that allows us now to have a dormitory ready for next year because they're going to spread out now, 16 in there. So when we get more students in, that's going to be really nice. They're going to be just ready to go. So this student lounge is now at capacity, so we are putting it down here. It's quite nicely there, and we've got some nice little corridors being created by this sort of stuff, and then we could duplicate the student union in the future, but at the moment it's not actually getting filled up that much. And then we've got a little gap here where we could potentially put in another toilet block, I think. Yeah, so we'll pop a toilet in there and some showers when we get a bit more money. That'll back out the other side. Oh, actually, that's quite small, so we could design a custom one here. Assistance, we're going to need to expand, so let's have a quick look. Ideally, I would like somebody who's, you know, not trained in pastoral care or anything. I'd like to just have something like comic timing. Let's put in a couple of upgrades while we've got some money. Maybe we need to do some marketing and set up a marketing department, get a staff in to actually facilitate some marketing and hire some actual staff that we want with good traits and good qualifications. But as there's not a lot more we can do, we're going to let our money build up, and I will see you at the end of the year, unless these clubs miraculously increase to level 5 very soon. I very much doubt that, but we'll be back at the end of the year to discuss how close we are to our 2-star objectives. Okay, so we're coming at the end of year 6. You can see there's a lot of stuff that needs repairing at the moment. I've hired a load more janitors to take our staff count in terms of janitors right the way up to 10. We still only have 11 assistants, so we could really do with some more of those. I neglected and probably just got myself confused, thinking I could do a marketing push for new staff members, and it doesn't look like we can do that. That's something that we could do on 2 Point Hospital, but not 2 Point Campus at this moment in time, I think. Anyway, I did use this to create a marketing campaign for Scientography because I'd like to bring in some more students for that course. We don't have enough time to set up that student party, but you can see now our attractiveness rating has dropped to 75%, and that's largely due to the fact that we have enough space here. We have 4 or 5 level 5 clubs. That's just ticked over. I think all we need to do now is get Nature Club up, because Orb Club is currently at level 5. So if we can get our Nature Club pushed up, that'll be the 5 of 5 clubs at level 5. We are at the end of our year. We need another lecture theatre and another science lab. I'm just going to grab my kudos here. There we are, Campus of the Year award, which we know we've won because it's not come up yet. So what did we get? 100% pass rate again, academic excellence, the usual stuff. I think we've done a very good job this year. Orb Club has become our most popular club, and we have a very good pass rate with good high exam results. So let's set up a student union party to kick off the new year, and we will build our new lecture theatre and our new science lab. Now I'm guessing the science lab is for Scientography students. Let's just have a quick look at what we've got in terms of courses. We can add a new course. Now I am going to add the School of Thought, which requires computer lab, gym and a VR lab. So I'm going to save until next year, and that's what's going to happen. And that should help us push right up through our 3-star objectives. Next up, I'm going to push on, really. We'll start our new year. And then we will start putting down a load more decorative items. So interior decoration with nice looking plants and stuff. Let's have a quick look over here, and we'll bring our attractiveness tab up. And as you can see, the issues are pretty clear. Right, okay, we'll get rid of that tooltip now. And we are waiting for Nature Club to get the increase it needs. And really what I would like is more people in Nature Club. So what I think I'll do is, if I can get I wonder if having a marketing staff member working in club sign-up helps. So we're going to do that. We're going to have you just work in club recruitment. I don't know if it's going to help, but it would be nice to know if it did. A lot of people coming to sign up for Nature Club now, though, which should help us to boost that all the way up. Now we need more janitors again. The attractiveness rating is starting to stabilize, which is really good, and our club's starting to get a few more sign-ups in there. Orb Club has dropped to 4, but because it already got to 5, that's okay, it can drop. We just need to get each individual club up to a particular level, which actually I think is quite forgiving. Nature Club is at level 3, and will hopefully continue to get more people in. Okay, so our Nature Club can't be far off now. There's plenty of sign-ups coming in there. The attractiveness rating's looking really good. We just need to make sure our janitors keep on top of everything, as it will continue to decrease throughout the year. We've got a lot of stuff that needs repairing here, so I'm hoping that now that I've got a few more janitors in, they'll actually be able to... Oh, that's perfect. Right, so this janitor that we've just hired has 3 amazing traits. They've got rapid, iron bladder, and squeaky clean. So they've got excellent personal hygiene. They move quicker than most, and yeah, very, very good. don't need the toilet as much. I think it was the last one. But the attractiveness rating is fluctuating quite a bit. You can see here, this really needs sorting out. Don't know if my janitors are just refusing to go down here because they're prioritizing other things or what. I have no idea. That's at level 5 now, and we have done it. Now it's just a case of racing to the end of the year to get our attractiveness rating up. Once we get that to 85%, we'll have done it. So in the meantime, let's have a quick look at our courses. School of Thought, let's see what they need over there. It's probably going to be a computer lab. So I think we're going to have a look at what they need in their computer lab. God, there's a lot here to deal with. What we'll do then, we'll put down our computer lab. We're going to put it around about here. We'll leave it quite big. Pop that one in, and then this can go in, and then just the required items that they've got. Then when it comes to the end of year stuff, we'll do the redevelopment and things in there. So that's the computer lab done. We're also going to need a gym. I'm not going to... God, why would I improve that right now? I'm busy. Then we'll put a gym in.
I can't read what this next
And the gym will have like a secondary use because students will go in it as like a recreational activity. So our gym's going to come here, and it's just going to go to the end there. We'll pop a door there, and the basketball hoop will just go. We'll once again just use the basketball hoop for now. We'll move again this Power Nap Club Waning Moon. We'll pop it right there so that it's no longer interfering with any of the new builds that we're doing. That's the gym done. And they keep telling me to do stuff with the computer lab, which is very annoying. And then what else does that course need? I think it was the VR lab. It was indeed a VR lab. So we've got 2 identical staff rooms right next to each other. It probably would have made more sense to just make this one bigger, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. Hopefully it'll drive the janitors down here and they can get some rest and then carry on with their actual work, because they're not doing that right now. We're going to queue up a few more upgrades, and I'm guessing, well, I'm hoping I don't have to build another lecture theatre. At the moment we don't have to build anything. We just need to hire 3 teachers. What we could do is hire our teachers for the School of Thought right now and start training them. Alright, we're coming up to the end of the year. Now, I did all of this expanding, as you've already seen. We built our stuff in preparation for our new course, the School of Thought, which is a 4-year course. So we have a 1, 2, 3 and 4-year course on campus now, which means we're going to have gradual increases in the amount of students that we have on campus, so we're going to need to be putting in some more dormitories. Now, our janitors are really struggling. I don't know what's going on. There may have been some pathing issues or something, but they've not been able to do any of the work on this side of the campus, and everything has kind of fallen behind. We have a staff member here who's just kind of idle. He's apparently sweeping litter. I did give my janitors independent roles, and that's not really helped either. So I don't really know what's happening. I'm going to find another janitor that I can just hire. I'm going to put you in here and just have you maintaining things. So he's now repairing it. We're going to have you only do maintenance and cleaning. Mining, I think, is from the new expansion, which we've not played yet. But the video will be coming out for that soon. Other than that, we just need to hang on till the end of the year, see how we do, and hopefully our janitors can get a handle on these things and boost our attractiveness rating all the way back up. So it's the end of year awards. Let's see what we've won. Good stuff again. Academic excellence, King of Hearts, just the usual stuff. Let's just jump through to our overview. We did very well. And now students will start to leave, and hopefully our janitors can get a handle on things. We need to hire 2 new scientography teachers. And yeah, all of these things need repaired. Hopefully they'll get to that and sort that all out. See, the janitor he started repairing and then he just left. Anyway, hopefully now we only have like 71 or 72 students on campus. So they'll go and sort out these issues here, as you can see. They're getting medical care. Oh, it has been fully repaired. It's just the upgrade that we're waiting on. So they're going to go sort out their issues. That's going to make things a lot easier. Hopefully the janitors will go and sort out these issues in here and repair everything up for the beginning of our new year, and that'll get our attractiveness rating back to 100%. Well, 85%, which is what it was at. And as you can see, it's slowly creeping up. All of the rooms that we've got in here won't be getting used, like the library and stuff. Obviously the staff room has some issues down here, and this one is now being used by our janitors quite heavily. And hopefully they can go out and start cleaning some things up for us. And yeah, it's just a little bit of a difficult one. All of our students are going to get hygiene and stuff again, and yep, you can see these beds have now been repaired. 82% attractiveness rating. It's starting to creep back up, so imminently, really, for completing this 2-star objective. Let's have a look at what scientography teachers we've got. There's one, that's a good one. And do we have anyone else? Another one with good personal hygiene. Great, excellent, right. Let's take a look and see if we get any more. Ah, yes, perfect. Right, you are going to go and work in Student Union and food and drink kiosks. So I want to try and push my staff quota up a little bit more. But we just need staff members who are good with good traits. And ideally, I don't want to have them have any other traits other than the ones that I want them to kind of like for the jobs that they're working on. Oh, there we go. We got our attractiveness rating all the way up. We have our 2-star objectives complete and have unlocked a Yeti bust. Cool. 3-star objectives, a monthly profit of $100,000, an average happiness rating of 85%, and a campus level of 35, with A+ students graduating. Right. So it's time to squeeze some more profit out of these students. I think we should leave our course costs as they are. Let's just see if we can really tweak this and get as much as we can out of our students in terms of money for upgrades and XP and stuff. So now it's finally probably time to put in a private tuition room, and we're going to put a few in down here. We don't need to rely so much on attractiveness now, because that kind of objective is now complete and it's not actually part of the next set. So we'll put in some private tuition rooms, try and boost our learning rates as much as possible. That gets it to level 6. I think that'll do us. And then we'll just duplicate this private tuition room here, rotate it around. And I mean, having private tuition room down here will hopefully drive our students down to this area of the campus. We've got a little bit of space there just in case we need to put in any more dormitories. So let's begin our new year. We can upgrade our School of Thought, so I'm going to do that. It does require an extra room, which is a lecture theatre. So we will just copy this one that we've got here, and we'll pop it down here. It's starting to get a little bit messy here. So if we don't see any like good progress towards our next set of objectives after 1 year, we will need to expand the campus. I mean, I don't know why I'm trying to keep everything so compact when we've got so much space, but that is literally just in case we run into some issues further on down the line. And you can see here already stuff needing repairs and things. So we're going to hire some more janitors who are just going to be general dogs bodies to go around and do the repair work that we need doing. And it just so happens that we're getting some really good ones coming in as well. Well, I mean, I thought we were. Now we're definitely not. Yeah, so none of this lot have got the traits that I'm looking for. So we'll abandon them. And then we'll get rid of all of this lot. But we're underway. Our average happiness rating has dropped a little bit, but we're not doing too badly in general. All things considered, we do need to get our campus level up a little bit as well. It's currently at 28 of 35, so we'll schedule in some training, and then we're just going to carry on diving ahead to the end of this year. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, so we are almost at the end of year 8. This is tough. We're struggling with our monthly profits. It's yet to exceed $55,000, which is a little bit difficult. But you've just seen there, a new building's gone up. We're going to start expanding a little bit more as we prepare for some new courses to start. Our average happiness rating is holding very well, and our campus level is increasing quite nicely. That should get there pretty quickly. Our A grade students, though, we're going to wait until the end of the year. I'm hoping that we get at least, I don't know, 50, maybe 55 this year, so we'll have that completed by the end of next year. We need to duplicate our medical office, which is probably going to be one of the first new buildings in this extra part of the campus. We have private tuitions up there as well, so really it's just a matter of time before we get our new profits coming in and things start to look up. Let's see what we've done at the end of this year. We've got a 100% pass rate with 76 graduates, 98 continuing, and 92% of the average exam results, which is fantastic. We almost had a clean sweep as well. If we had some research in there, we may have swept every single award and been the best campus in the land. I think that might be something that we aim for in the kind of redevelopment of this, because I would like to come back after I've done the DLCs. So, what have we got here? We do need to add a new lecture theatre in, but that's all we need to do going into the new year, which is really promising, and that kind of makes things a little bit easier for us. We've got less to develop, which is good because we don't have a lot of money. Let's just start our next year. We have School of Thought, Scientography, General Knowledge, and Funny Business courses, and they all kind of feed into each other, making use of each other's rooms and things like that, which is really good. We've just about sorted out some of the janitorial issues we had as well, and we've got 69 of 100 A+ grade students graduating, which is fantastic actually. We're definitely going to have that completed by the end of the next year, and we will just be jumping through the, as you can see over here, we've got people training in inspirational speaking, which is again going to help our students get a lot more XP and hopefully bring in a lot more monthly profit. Now, the best opportunities for us to get this monthly profit will probably be within the first few months of the new year, because we're going to get students in doing those initial exams starting at level 1, and they'll get a load of XP and rise through the levels. Our average happiness rating is going to start increasing as we have the new events coming in. That monthly profit will hopefully address itself over the next year or two. That's probably going to be the most difficult one to get. I don't think I've ever got a month. Well, I probably have in the other campuses where it's a lot easier to get money, but we'll just see how we go. We're upgrading our machines, we're doing a lot more training, and I think the next thing to do, there we go, campus level 32. We're going to jump ahead to the end of our next year because I can't imagine there'd be a lot more development and additions in here. If anything, it's going to be new medical officers and new pastoral cares. Okay, we are almost at the end of year 9. We have squeezed a little bit more monthly profit out there, up to just under $70,000. Our campus level is about to hit 34. The happiness rating has dropped a little bit, and I think that's to do with a lot of janitorial issues creeping back in. So we basically need to hire a load more janitors. We've hit level 34 though, which is good. The A+ grade students are probably going to be completed at the end of this year. You can see we've done a little bit of decorating, changed the floor in here just to make it look a little bit less in your face. And yeah, I think these 2 levels are going to hit pretty quick, and then we just need to focus on the remaining 2, unless anything disastrous happens and things flip around. But yeah, things are looking okay. We now have research, we've got a new medical lab in there as well, and obviously the lecture theatre that we built at the beginning of last year. But other than that, nothing much has changed. You can see our gym has a little bit more in terms of items inside it. The training's going well, but you can see as well some repairs needed in dormitories. Shoe Greys want to come in, but they can't come in till the new term, so I'm going to leave that for now. But this has been a tough one. I may have sounded a little bit tired in the previous parts of this recording, and that's because I kind of needed to give myself a second wind, so I've had a couple of cups of coffee to perk me up while I finish this one off. But it has been a long slog. You can see there, as we highlight over our training room, all of the staff that are queued up for training. And that might be to my detriment, but I've done this all the way through, and it's not really failed me in terms of training. We're going to upgrade our Omnicure here. Yeah, so I just queue up all of the training I possibly can, and when they get round to it, they get round to it. Because obviously, like I've said several times, these teachers are teaching, and when they're teaching, they're not training. So if we've always got someone queued up, they're going to be able to continue training when the space is available in that room. We can't upgrade any of our courses, as you've just seen there. We don't have enough course points, and this is where we get stuck in a little bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's probably not the right word to describe it. We've expanded our courses now, and because our campus level is now taking a lot longer to get up, unless we do a mass expansion to improve that campus level, we're not going to have enough course points to improve the quality of our courses and increase those levels, which means the staff can't then increase their levels in terms of teaching, and we get stuck in this loop where we need to find new and intuitive ways to make monthly profits. I'm just getting rid of some of these screens. I'd put them in to improve the rating of those rooms, but they seem to be more of a detriment, and they're affecting the pathing within the campus. Something that I've noticed quite often in this game. We're going to have a look at our rewards. We didn't win as many as we did last year. We did have more graduates and more continuing, which means the capacity of our campus has increased without affecting the exam results too much. Only 91%. It's dropped by 1%, but that's still really good. We've smashed through that A+ grade students graduating thing. We're going to put shoe greys in, and then we can continue working on our new objectives. We will again jump forward to the end of this year, where I hope we've gotten a little bit closer or are on the verge of fulfilling the final requirements to complete this level and the base game. We're just going to continue to start the new year. I don't know what science lab that is required. It is for funny business, so that means we can duplicate the correct one and place it. As you can already see, I have filtered out my science labs so that only certain courses can use them. That means we do have to build more of them, but also it means that students, when they have assignments and stuff, are going to the correct rooms to fulfill those things, and the right courses are being trained in the correct rooms to maximize the potential of our students and hopefully increase their experience so that we get a nice healthy profit. Our dorms are looking pretty good, and we can just jump ahead to the end of this year, and fingers crossed we'll have completed the base game by then. So we've just smashed our $100,000 target there. You can see there $180,000 pretty much in tuition fees, a nice rent, and then a big XP bonus to take us over the line. That's largely in part due to good happiness ratings and having the private tuition, lecture theatres, hosting science, fiction films, all of that sort of stuff is combined to create the perfect storm right at the end of November for our students. We have an average happiness rating of 80%, and now it's just eking out that last bit of the 34th level of our campus. I could put down a load of like new rooms and stuff just to cheese this, but I don't want to do that. I'm happy with what I've got here. The medical lab is getting really full up again. We have a queue of 5 at that original one, and then another queue at the second one, the first one we actually built, and then our new one doesn't actually have a staff member in it at the moment. But you can see again repair issues coming up with our janitors being requested throughout the campus. It seems like they've favoured that top section throughout. I've never really had any issues there, and you can see we're going to have a look at our clubs again. That's been a real help. Getting those book clubs and speed walking clubs and stuff. Power nap club as well helps students to just recover energy wherever they are, and also just as you saw there looking at our staff tab, a lot of our teachers have now been trained up to a decent level in inspirational speaking, which means they have a 5 to 15% chance of leaving students inspired after interacting with them, which again increases their learning rate, therefore they get more experience. It all feeds in. It's actually a really nice intuitive system, and when you get the hang of it, it's a very good game design. I have to give credit where it's due. I was wondering how this would differ between 2 Point Hospital, and the differences are enough to make it feel like a completely different game. Of course, it should be that way. Anyway, we upgraded our green screen as well. Not that we're using it. The marketing, I feel, is one of my major criticisms of the game. You can market your course, but it doesn't take effect till the end of the year. What about marketing for teachers in a specific trade, like you used to be able to do with doctors, where you could market for surgeons and get more applicants that were skilled in surgery, all of that sort of stuff. Anyway, hopefully the training and upgrades that we're doing right now will push us up to the next campus level. Otherwise, we're just going to be trapped in this cycle for another year, and I don't want that to be the case. Although, actually, it'll probably be only a couple of months. Also, I believe that your student levels will be able to increase your campus level. The better your students are, the better they're performing, the higher your campus level will go. What we don't want to happen right now, though, is have that happiness rating drop as our campus level hits 35. And I'm very worried that that might be the case if the janitors don't get their acts together and repair the stuff that is being requested for repair. Maybe we don't have enough janitors, but again, I don't want to overhire. I think that's something that I have done to my detriment this time around. It's increased our expenses, which has dropped our monthly profit down. Luckily, we seem to have weathered that storm and our monthly profits are holding pretty steady. I think maybe some better planning would have helped us get over the line here. You can see there 67,000 was not a good month for us, with only a $15,000 XP bonus. If we'd have gotten that last month, we'd still have been able to do that objective, but it makes me concerned that that increase, well, that we got there to take us over the $100,000 mark was just a flash in the pan. What we need now, though, is for this science lab to get the upgrade done, or our marketing, or some more teachers to do some quick training and get us over the level 35 margin. But I'm pretty happy with how this one's turned out. It certainly gives us a lot of room for development. We could actually demolish all of this and rebuild. And I think that might be something that I do. A lot of the stuff that I've done on this playthrough has just been more focused on completing our objectives and goals. And it would be quite nice to design something that looks a little bit more pleasing than this, which is just a bit of a hodgepodge of stuff where we've expanded whenever we've need to. So, more teachers completing objectives. I'm wondering if maybe we should just put down some decorative items and that could actually put us over the line. So we'll just maybe, let's have a look. Should we put some down? I think like we've got down at the bottom of the campus, we could maybe put in some like greenery, but I'm just going to wait a little bit longer before I resort to that. I'm concerned about how long this video is going to be. Obviously we've jumped through and I've done little cuts here and there. So these 10 years have flown by for you, but for me it's been a very long slog, and we've gotten to this point now, and I kind of just want to do whatever I can to speed the process up. So we're putting down these trees, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything to increase the value of our campus. So I think we just need to wait for some training to complete, and then we'll hopefully do it. We might even be blocking off the students who want to get to this tree hugger tree for the nature club. But yeah, it's been a really fun... Oh, there we go, we've done it. I wasn't expecting that, but I don't think that had anything to do with us placing greenery. I think it was more to do with a staff member. There we go, Library Management 4, and that has brought us over the line. We have completed the career mode as it stands. We obviously have DLC. The Space School DLC has just come out. I mentioned that in the last episode. That gives us 3 new campuses and 6 new courses, which I'm really looking forward to playing, and you can check that one out next week. So that leaves the career mode complete for the base game. I hope you've enjoyed playing through with me or watching me fumble around and make mistakes. I hope you have learned something. I've learned a lot, and I'm quite excited to start the DLC. I'm also really excited to come back and make some more aesthetically pleasing looking canvases, because these ones that I've been doing, like I said, they've been much more focused on completing the career mode objectives rather than creating something that looks good. And I feel like even though I've been doing this, I feel like I missed a lot of the game. So while it's been fun, I'm really looking forward to, you know, creating something really nice in the future. So thank you all for watching, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.
Over to you, Hugh.